every player that I coach, I try to make the best they can be. And I've always used a phrase: you give them the roots to grow and the wings to fly. The roots to grow is their technique. That's making as sound a player as they could possibly be. And then you give them the wings to fly, and that goes with them playing within their character. And then you've got to let them go and play with a freedom that they can. The key to that, though, is providing the structure. The key to them is then getting a brand. Now, I've been able to see all our teams now: Test team, One Day team, and 2020 team. And we've got a bit of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do in terms of all those sides, and the rankings would reflect that. But I do know that if we give these guys the backing, if we make them believe in their ability, but also allow them to play and play for an extended period of time without actually worrying about every performance as it could be their last, we're going to get greater belief. We're going to get greater team unity. So instead of the player playing for himself because he wants to just play the next game or the next test match, which is something that happened in Pakistan and it's been prevalent here, where selections have been chopped and changed. With Asantha Damal, who's very consistent, him and I, along with the captains of the team, we've got a core group of players, and we've just got to back those core group of players now in to go and produce and be the best they can, and I'm confident that we'll get some decent results because the skill level is there in every one of them. Obviously, international cricket, you've got to look short term because coaches don't hang around that long if they don't get some short term wins. Then you've got to also have a long term goal and a medium goal. The long term goal is the succession planning of the team. So I always want to say, as a head coach, when I leave an organization, I want to leave that organization in a better state than when I found it, and also with some chance of having sustainable success. So the short-term goal is the now on how do we get some good results to build that confidence. And that's why for us that West Indies series was so important, the one-day series, because we found a brand. We've identified a brand, and we've got the players. We've built the players around that brand now. So it was quite important that we got some success. The Zimbabwe tour, albeit people say Zimbabwe, look, that was a tough tour for us because the conditions were so tough. The wickets were flat, and they didn't take too much spin. So you had to play very much a patience game. So that was part of the brand that we're trying to install. And then hopefully we can just see those players grow, and that will turn into some success. And then you want that to turn into some sustainable success. And the sustainable success brings with just getting a core group of 18 to 20 players that can service all those teams, so that when you leave, you've left it with a good batch of players ready to stake it up a notch. Look, I've always said that long term is, I think cricket tenures as coaches is defined by World Cup to World Cup, and because I think that gives you a certain period of time to build a team that can go and represent the team at the next World Cup based on the conditions that you're likely to face. I think with the way the International Cricket Council has now scheduled their cricket with the Test match, the Test Championship. And we were supposed to, in May now against South Africa, go into the ODI Championship. That makes sure that every game of international cricket that we're playing from here on in is towards something. So every game has context. And I think that is so important because every game means a hell of a lot to everybody in terms of where you get in the rankings and where you get in terms of the Test Championship or the One Day Championship. So I think, to answer your question in short, I think it's 4 years. So my long-term plan is certainly 4 years. My short-term plan is to the end of my contract, because we need to have shown some significant improvement in that time to earn the right to get another 2 years to take the team to the next World Cup. So I've got those plans. I've got those plans individually with every player as well. We've set every player some realistic goals so that they know what they've got to achieve to be part of that brand of cricket that we want to play to ultimately achieve our goals.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for our latest content.